Hey guys, Speedster762 here. So the intro is going to be a little funny today because I cannot get the update notes for the new Greenville update because it's not letting me join a private server. And speaking of that, the update is only out in private servers right now. It's probably going to be out in public servers in a couple hours or in the morning. So yeah, let's get right into today's video. And if you look down at the update notes, you can see that this is a car only update, so there's not really anything else besides the cars. And see, they added 40 cars. I know you can't see anything, but when you do see the notes, when the update comes out in like public servers or if it's a private server, you'll see that they added 40 cars and then they like list every single car. So yeah, you can take a look at that. Okay, so for the rest of the video, I'll be talking about the cars and showing off the specs. And sorry if I say sorry a bunch of times because I butcher a ton of these names because I read the fictional names and they're harder to read. So let's get into the cars. First, we have this 1955 Streetcar Monster. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 1975 B Camry Hind. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 1992 Bronson Hurricane. Here are the specs. Next, we have the 1992 Bronson Massoon. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 1995 Volhashi Rocket. Sorry if I butchered that name, but here are the specs. Next, I have the 2003 BKM Regan Convertible. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime Fire Rescue, because here are the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime Police Interceptor Metro, and see here the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime Police Interceptor Security, and see here the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime Police Interceptor Sheriff, here are the specs. Next, we have the 2007 Falcon Prime Police Interceptor WSP, and see here the specs. Next, we have the 2008 Pamraha, I'm sorry if I butchered that, Monterey, see here the specs. Next, we have the 2013 VSV Admiral Club Sport R, sorry if I butchered that name, a lot of weird names, but here are the specs. Next, we have the 2013 Valley Admiral, here are the specs. Next, we have the 2013 Valley Admiral Sportback. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2013 Valley Ute. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2014 Bronson Land. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2014 VSV Thunder GTR. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2015 VSC Thunder RGen V2. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2016 Bandit Predator. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2016 Bandit Ute. Next, we have the 2016 Surrey LT/500. Here are the specs. Next, we have the 2016 Surrey S/350. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2017 VSV Admiral. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2017 Valley Admiral. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2017 Valley Admiral Sportback. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2017 Valley Ute. Here are the specs. Next, we have the 2020 BKM Horsefiner. Here are the specs. Next is the 2020 BKM Horsefiner M. Sorry if I butchered that name, but here are the specs. There we go. Next, we have the 2022 BKM Horsefiner. You can see here the specs. Next, we have the 2022 BKM Horsefiner M. Next, we have the 2022 BKM Colin. I know I said that wrong, but here are the specs. Next, we have the 2022 Tucsoni Musca. I probably butchered that name too, but here are the specs. 2023 Century Advice. You can see here the specs. And this next is 2023 Chevy Long Camion. Here are the specs. Next is the 2023 Chevrolet Camion EXT. Here are the specs. Next is the 2023 Furlandio Vivo. Here are the specs. And next is a 2023 Furlando Vivo Sport Wagon. And finally, here's the 2023 Leland LX6. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Update is not out in public servers yet. It's only out in private servers, but right now it's June 9th at 3 a.m. So I'm betting him to come out in the like early hours of the morning or maybe like afternoonish. So you just have to wait, but if you get a private server, you can experience the update early. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you guys in the next video.